If you study people who quietly build wealth over decades, you'll notice something surprising. They don't rely on luck. They don't constantly chase the next hot investment. And they certainly don't get rich overnight. Instead, they make a handful of financial decisions that continue paying them year after year. These aren't trends. They're principles that have survived recessions, inflation, market crashes, housing bubbles, and economic booms. Today, we're counting down 10 financial decisions you'll almost certainly never regret making. Let's begin. 10. Build financial breathing room. Before you try to grow your money, protect it. One unexpected expense, a medical bill, car repair, or job loss is enough to push millions of people into debt every year. That's why wealthy people don't think of cash as an investment. They think of it as insurance. During bull markets, cash often looks boring. Friends brag about stocks doubling and real estate skyrocketing, while your savings account barely moves. But that's completely missing the point. Cash isn't designed to make you rich. It's designed to stop one bad month from destroying years of progress. People without cash are forced to sell investments at the worst possible time. They swipe credit cards with high interest rates. They panic because they have no options. People with cash don't. They simply pay the bill and move on. Sometimes they even become buyers while everyone else is selling. During the 2008 financial crisis and the market crash in 2020, investors with available cash bought outstanding businesses at prices that looked impossible only weeks earlier. Many of those purchases became some of the best investments of the decade. Even Warren Buffett keeps tens of billions of dollars in cash despite criticism that the money isn't fully invested. Because cash isn't about maximizing returns. It's about maximizing flexibility. An emergency fund doesn't just protect your bank account. It protects your decision-making. And once you've created that financial safety net, the next logical step is increasing the amount of money flowing into your life. 9. Treat your income like a business. Most people expect their employer to increase their income. Successful people don't. They take responsibility for increasing it themselves. If your income stays exactly the same for several years while prices continue rising, you're quietly becoming poorer. Research consistently shows that employees who switch jobs strategically often receive much larger salary increases than those who remain in the same position for many years. But changing jobs is only one option. Learning a specialized skill, negotiating your salary, starting a side business, freelancing, consulting, they all increase your earning power. Your career is your largest financial asset long before your investment portfolio ever becomes one. Every year, ask yourself one question: how can I earn more next year than I earned this year? Because investing becomes much easier when there's simply more money available to invest. 8. Focus on saving before chasing returns. Everyone wants higher investment returns. Almost nobody focuses on increasing how much they actually save. Imagine your goal is improving your finances by $10,000 this year. You could try earning an additional 7% through investing. But that would require a portfolio of roughly $143,000. Or you could simply keep an extra $10,000 by spending more intentionally. Driving your current car longer. Cooking more meals at home. Negotiating insurance. Canceling subscriptions you barely use. Avoiding purchases you'll forget 6 months later. Wealthy families spend enormous amounts of time protecting the money they already have. Holding companies, trusts, tax planning, estate planning. These aren't money-making strategies. They're money-keeping strategies. Growing wealth isn't only about making more. It's equally about keeping more. 7. Own assets that pay you while you sleep. Not all assets are equal. Some assets simply increase in value. Others increase in value while paying you every month. That's where real wealth begins. Gold may appreciate. So can luxury watches, classic cars, artwork, or your home, but they don't usually generate income while you own them. Productive assets do. Rental properties produce rent. Dividend-paying businesses distribute profits. Businesses generate cash flow. That cash can then be reinvested into buying even more productive assets. Eventually, your assets begin purchasing your next assets. That's how wealth starts compounding far beyond investment returns alone. 6. Always look for ownership. Most people negotiate for higher salaries. Wealthy people negotiate for ownership. Some of the biggest fortunes in history came from equity, not paychecks. Think about companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, or Google. Thousands of employees became millionaires not because they earned extraordinary salaries, but because they owned part of the company. Ownership changes everything. If you're joining a startup, ask about stock options. Helping grow a small business, ask whether partnership is possible. Even freelancers can sometimes negotiate equity instead of charging only hourly fees. Income pays today's bills. Ownership builds tomorrow's wealth. 5. Negotiate before you pay. Most people negotiate their salary. Very few negotiate what they spend. Financially, they're exactly the same thing. Saving $10,000 on a home purchase has the same financial effect as earning an extra $10,000. The difference is that savings are often tax-free. Many prices aren't fixed. Cars, homes, contractor services, furniture, business purchases, financing terms. Everything is negotiable more often than people realize. The next time you're making a purchase, you'll remember 5 years from now. Ask for a better price, better financing, better service. The worst answer you'll receive is no. The best answer could save you thousands. 4. Choose careers with unlimited upside. Not every career leads to wealth. Some industries simply have low ceilings. Before investing years mastering a profession, ask yourself 3 questions. Is this industry growing? Do the people 10 years ahead of me live the life I want? Does this career eventually allow ownership, businesses, equity, partnerships? Or will you always be selling your time? Your greatest investment isn't your stock portfolio. It's where you choose to spend the next 10 years of your career. 3. Don't let your lifestyle grow faster than your wealth. One of the biggest reasons people stay broke isn't because they earn too little. It's because every raise immediately becomes a spending increase. New salary, new car, bigger house, more expensive vacations, nicer restaurants. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Whatever feels luxurious today eventually becomes normal. Then you want something bigger. And the cycle repeats. Instead of increasing your lifestyle, every time your income grows, increase your investments first. Then allow your lifestyle to grow gradually. That's how wealth compounds instead of disappearing. 2. Borrow carefully for things that lose value. Debt isn't always bad, but borrowing money for assets that lose value quickly deserves extra caution. A vehicle used to earn income may be an excellent investment. A luxury SUV purchased only for status usually isn't. Before financing anything, ask yourself, will this asset generate more value than the interest I'll pay? If the answer is no, think twice, because paying interest on something becoming less valuable every year is rarely a winning strategy. 1. Know where your spending is coming from. Before every major purchase, ask yourself one simple question. Am I paying with income, investment returns, or my principal? Those are 3 completely different financial decisions. Buying something from this year's salary is very different from selling investments that were generating future income. Many wealthy families follow one powerful rule: spend the returns, protect the principal. Your portfolio exists for one reason: to continue producing income for years to come. Of course, there are times when selling investments makes perfect sense. Traveling the world, helping your children, buying your dream home, those can all be worthwhile. Just understand the trade-off. You're exchanging future wealth for present experiences. Neither choice is automatically right or wrong. The important thing is making the decision consciously. Conclusion: building wealth rarely comes from one brilliant investment. It comes from making smart financial decisions consistently over many years. Protect your cash, increase your income, save more, own productive assets, seek ownership, negotiate, choose high-upside careers, control lifestyle inflation, borrow wisely, and always understand where your money is coming from. Individually, these decisions may seem small. Together, they can completely change your financial future. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel.